Hey girls, welcome to our active versus passive voice video. Today our goal is to define active and passive voice, to understand why we prefer active voice to passive voice, and to change some sentences from passive voice to active voice. Please take notes and complete these exercises in the editing section of your writing notebook. So I'm going to jump back to that title slide for a second because it really shows us active versus passive. On the left we have a man who is active. He's up, he's running, he's moving. On the right, we have a man who is passive. He's laying around, he looks kind of lazy, he's just blinking. And that's the difference between active versus passive. Here's another example. On the left, we have some kids who are jump roping and roller skating. They're active, they're moving around, they're happy. And on the right, we have some people who are passive. In fact, there's some creepy looking gentlemen leaning up against a light post. We don't really like them so much. And that same difference between active versus passive, preferring active to passive, bleeds over to our writing. In writing, we prefer active voice. That's when a verb is in, when the subject of the sentence is performing an action. Passive voice, on the other hand, is when the subject of the sentence receives the action. So here's an example. In active voice, wild penguins attacked my sister. The wild penguins are doing the action and they're attacking the subject of that sentence, who is my sister. In the passive voice, my sister was attacked by wild penguins. She's receiving the action and she just kind of sounds like a whiny baby instead of somebody who is victimized by a terrible attack. So here are some sentences for you that I've changed from active to passive. So in the active voice, Jonah built the birdhouse. In the passive voice, the birdhouse was built by Jonah. You can see it makes a lot more sense and it's a lot clearer when Jonah's doing the acting. Same here. Emily has seen hummingbirds at the bird feeder is much more clear and much more exciting than hummingbirds have been seen by Emily. So now it's your turn. Give it a try. Rewrite the sentences below to use the active voice whenever possible. And if passive voice is acceptable, explain why. So you've got 4 sentences here. I'd like to see them all rewritten in your writing notebook. So go ahead and pause the video for yourself and get those revised. So today we defined active and passive voice. We understood why we prefer active voice to passive voice. And we changed some sentences from passive to active voice. Thanks, girls.